Hey everyone, how's it going? So this is an interesting topic. It's actually someone asked this on a comment here. Let me get his thing up because it was actually a really good question. I wanted to address it because he had a good point. Some of you guys who are either just starting out in college or maybe you're just going to be going to college might want to know, might want a little heads up of what the experience is like. Now, obviously, the experience is going to be different from everyone, depending on where you go and what you're studying and stuff. But the great thing about college and stuff I think everyone, pretty much learns over time is time management. And, in college you hear people saying stuff like, oh, you're going to be busy all the time. You're going to be working. You're going to be getting up in the morning. You're going to be going to class. You're going to be coming home. You're going to be doing homework and studying all night. You're not going to have time to play video games, watch TV, go to the movies, or hang out with friends. That's bullshit. All right. If you manage your time correctly and depending on what you take, you'll have time to do pretty much whatever you desire in reason. All right. So, all right. This question is from FF. Noctiz KH, I guess. Sorry if I butchered your name. But he asked, what am I studying in college and how do you deal with gaming how do you deal with gaming, doing homework and studying? And he says, I'm starting out college and he's also a freshman, I guess, right now. So, what am I studying, alright? For those of you who don't know, I'm doing business, alright? I'm trying to get a business degree. I'm actually contemplating I'm contemplating whether or not I'll be getting my master's in that if I really feel like, hey, it's only like another 2 years afterwards anyway to get your master's. So I think that actually might be worth it in the end. But that's what I'm studying. I'm doing business. Now, right now, the thing that sucks, all right, stupid thing about college is that the fact that they make you take general education for 2 years. So for 2 years, you're more or less relearning what you already learned in high school. All right, it's more or less just like a revisiting process that first 2 years, and then you transfer to a university, a state college, or even you may even stay at your community college, and then you just get your degree in whatever it is that you're studying. But yeah, you're going to be stuck doing general education. And right now I'm starting off in my second year, so right now I'm just trying to close up and get all the credits I need to transfer to a better school. So that's what I'm doing right now. How do I deal with gaming, doing homework and studying? All right, now, personally for me, my classes don't give that much homework. I visited all my classes today, so I'm taking political science, which is it's required. It's sort of it's part of a requirement, but she doesn't give homework in the class. At least my teacher, she's like, you're not really gonna have any homework, all right? I'm taking a math course, and there's gonna be homework in that, and then I'm also taking physical science, and I need the science course for the lab. Last year I took environmental science, but it didn't come with a lab, and you need a lab in order to transfer to another a better college, or whether it be university or a state college. So that being said, I'm taking those because I have to. It's part of general education. My physical science class, my math class are the only two classes I'm going to have homework in. All right. Now, how do I deal? First of all, I'm starting off. All right, but since I've been to college for like a year, I'll go ahead and just tell you guys what I've been doing. But as far as right now, as far as this year, I still don't know what my homework load is going to be like. It's only been the first 2 days, and I know that 2 out of the 3 classes are going to have assigned homework, and it could fluctuate. It could definitely fluctuate. I may have a lot of homework on this day, may not have any homework on this day. It can go back and forth. But for the year that I went to college, don't believe people when they say you're not gonna be able to do anything fun, and you're just gonna be completely screwed up. Now, generally, what you have with college is you have a job as well. Most people have a job with and go to college at the same time. Some people even have families, like some people have kids and stuff that they have to take care of, and those are like the worst. That's like the bad story. That's like, oh. the worst case scenario, more or less, where you wake up in the morning, you have to go to work from, I don't know, let's say 8 to 3. Then you have classes from like 5 to 9. You have homework from like 9 to midnight, and then you go to sleep and repeat the whole process. All right, that's worst case scenario. A general person, meaning like a kid coming out of high school, it's not it's much more flexible. All right, some of you may have jobs, some of you may not have jobs. All right, personally, the great thing about my job is that since I work with my dad, it's so flexible, that I can just come in at a certain point, and my hours can change depending on what my work schedule, what my school schedule is like. And I don't work that much. Like during the school year, me working a lot, like putting in a lot of hours, is 20 hours a week. That's me putting in like a lot of hours, all right? Generally, how much I'll work a week when I'm in school ranges from, I would say, 12 to 16. Ranges from within there, all right? Which isn't a lot at all. At the same time, for obviously for an adult who's taking care of himself, that's not enough, all right? I'm a kid. I live with my parents. I don't have any responsibilities like paying for the electrical bill, paying for water, appliances, air conditioning, and all that stuff. I don't have to worry about that. All right. The only things I pay for is gas in my car and a little bit of my car insurance. That's all I have to pay for. All right. So it doesn't affect me like me working that. I mean, I still have enough spending money to go out and just purchase games when I want to. It's fine. So, but time management is of the utmost importance. All right. Now, I'll go ahead and just tell you guys tomorrow what my schedule is like. Tomorrow I have class at 8 in the morning. All right, that's my first class. So I'll probably be waking up at 6:40, probably 6:40. And it takes me roughly about 15 minutes to get ready. So I would say 6:55 I would be all right dressed. I make my bed every morning. You know what we do. I probably don't leave the house until 7:05, 7:10 at the latest. It takes me about 15 minutes to get from my house to school. All right, so it's about 7:25, 7:30 when I arrive at school. Sometimes I'll stop to like coffee bean on the way there and get something. Like if I'm like just starving and I'm not gonna have anything to eat, or maybe I just need something to wake me up and give me energy, I'll stop buy coffee bean. I don't drink coffee, but I'll get like a snack there, like maybe one of their muffins, a biscotti, or one of their ice blended drinks. All right, and then I'll go and park in my car. Now my class starts at 8, so I'll probably be sitting there. I'll go to my class at 8 o'clock. That's all right. So that's 8 o'clock to 9:25 is when my class ends. At 9:25, I'll probably be getting out. I'll walk back up to my car, put my books in, get my other books from my other class, walk down, wait there for literally almost 2 hours until 11:10 when my next class starts. Then from 11:10 to 12:25 is basically my last class for that day. And then after that, like I still have to figure out a work schedule with my dad. I'm thinking that probably on Mondays and Wednesdays, since I do have that schedule, which I just described to you guys, I'll probably be working from like 1 to 5. 4 hours. That's it. All right. And so that'll be like a schedule for like Monday and Wednesday. Now Tuesday today, it was a lot. It started off later, but it was kind of a longer day. All right. So my first class started at 11:10. I basically woke up today around 8:45. Around 8:45. Left the house around 9:15. Got there at 9:30. Hard time parking. All right. It's the first week and 2 weeks of school. If you have a crowded campus, it's a hard time trying to find a parking space. I park in a. It's kind of funny because I park in a parking lot that's kind of like, it's visible, but no one really goes there. And there's stairs. It's basically up this large hill, and there's stairs that lead all the way down to like the main campus and everything like that. I counted. There's 169 steps leading from the top all the way to the bottom, and I go up and down those every single day. So that's my exercise. I go up 169 steps, down 169 steps. And when it's 100 degrees like it is today in Southern California, it sucks. I hate the heat. I just, it's awful. It's depressing. It's not comfortable. I hate it, all right? Regardless, I walked down, probably be waiting for my class to start at 11:10. Like today, I was waiting for my class to start. Went to my class at 11:10, got out at 12:25. My next class started at 12:45. All right, I had to hurry up and eat lunch. I had to bring my lunch with me. I had to hurry up and bring lunch, and then eat it, and basically go and walk to my other class before it started. So I got to my other class, and then I have that class. Now you have to understand that this is a lab also included with my physical science class. So it's from 12:45 to 3:45. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. Yes. And then I'm done for that day. Okay? I probably won't be working on days like that. I can't imagine myself working like I can't fit work into that day. I'm sorry. I can't. There's no way that's a full, school schedule. So really, the days that I'll be working will probably be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, Friday I have off. Generally in college, the normal classes have Friday off. All right. You sometimes, some classes will be like once a week on Fridays only for like 3 hours. I took one class like that the first semester, and I liked the class a lot because it was like I forgot what it was called. Broadcasting. It was like introducing the broadcasting, where they talked about TV and the history of shows and stuff like that. I walked into that class, the guy talked for like an hour and a half, and then we watched a movie. Or we watched a TV series for like the remainder of the class. It was part of broadcasting. It was a nice thing because, you wake up on Friday, you go to class, you listen to him talk, you watch, some movies. Like I didn't, one of my favorite movies of all time now, I actually discovered just by watching his class. That's The Truman Show. It's an amazing movie. I love that movie, and I never saw it before until he played it in the class. And that Friday I was like, that movie was awesome. It was a really good movie. But yeah, some classes meet on only Fridays, but generally you're gonna have that day off. Like I have Fridays off, so that way you can work a lot on that days. I don't work on weekends. And this weekend is Labor Day week. I actually just realized this. It's Labor Day weekend, so I won't be working on Monday either because I'll be at the other house. That will give me extra time to beat Splinter Cell Blacklist. I still haven't touched it. It's sitting up there. But, yeah. But it's all about time management. Like, I get home, and as soon as I got home today, I wanted to record this video just to get it up there. But after this, I'm going to work straight on my homework. And, generally, like today, I just started out. So my homework is probably going to take me probably half an hour to an hour. All right? Now, keep in mind, I'm not sitting there studying for 2 to 3 hours a night because I'm not taking the classes that I'm trying to get or I'm doing for my major. I'm not studying. I'm trying to get to my major, but I'm stuck in general ed at the moment, which means all my classes regarding my major and I'm trying to get for my degree. Basically, I don't start making progress on that until I get my general ed out of the way, which will probably be next year sometime, and it's kind of like it kind of slows down, the whole process. But at the same time, because I'm not taking those classes that are geared towards general education, I'm sorry, not general, just my major. I'm able, my classes are, I'm used to the schedule. They don't give, like, they don't say, all right, study this for 3 hours tonight and make sure you read this, make sure you read this whole 300-page book by the end of the week. I don't have classes like that. So, and that's just me personally. I always put myself, I have a bedtime for myself. I created one for myself. It's not the best, but it works. Every night, no matter what, every day, including on weekends, I'm in bed at 11. All right, I'm in bed. I'm not asleep, but I'm in bed. Um, then from like 11 to about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there watching YouTube videos. Playthroughs from people like DSP, maybe it's vlogs that Zero made, or maybe it's some other interesting concept, something from Freddie Wong. And it can be anything, like just stuff I generally missed. Maybe I'll look up some new trailers that came out for the games I'm anticipating, and maybe I'll just try to waste time. At 1 o'clock, I put that away and I try to go to sleep. All right, I don't always fall asleep at 1 o'clock. Like, you know, it, I'm not the type of person that just, oh, my head hits the pillow. I'm not. I don't stay up. I will never stay up a whole day. The only day that I actually stayed up for a whole day, like I didn't go to sleep for like a whole day, was the day prior to the Microsoft conference. Because I was excited. I was with my best friends, and I'm laying in bed. I'm like, dude, we're not falling asleep. And sooner or later, like it's like 5 in the morning. I'm like, all right, let's get ready, because we had to be there at 9 o'clock, and LA traffic is horrendous. So that's the only night ever in my life that I actually stay up for an entire night. I don't stay up for an entire night. It doesn't matter if it's on the weekend, even during the summer. I never stay up for an entire night. I'm always in bed at 11, no matter what, and I always go to sleep at 1 o'clock. Some people are like, oh, all right, that's really cool that he's mature enough to do that. And then a lot of people you're probably like, what? Why would you do that? You don't have anything to do the next day. Why the hell would you care? It's just me. That's just who I am. I stress myself out, and I have a schedule that I follow to the bone as much as I can. So, in conclusion, that's more or less it. It's all about time management. You have to figure out. First of all, it just depends on what classes you're taking. If you're taking really difficult, classes, especially for your major, it's going to take a lot of time out of your day. Also, if you're working, you're just going to be hectic all the time. Like, once I finish my homework, I got nothing to do. I write down everything. Believe me, when my professor says, read this for homework, I do read it, all right? It's not like, it's just reading. I can just do whatever he's going to go over the next time in class. I make sure I do all my homework. I've never been absent to class. I'm always on time, my class. I always pride myself on being on time. I was never absent during high school at all. I always made sure I was, there on class, except for, when you're sick, obviously. But I don't see, the easiest thing to do is attendance. You just show up, all right? You can fall asleep or do whatever you want, but you're there, all right? It's the easiest thing in the world. I don't know why people can't be on time. Some people, it's just a difficult thing for them to do, I guess. But yeah, I'll just finish my homework today. I'm free. Maybe I'll go play a video game. Maybe I'll go watch something. Maybe I'll go, work, do something, watch YouTube videos. It's just my current schedule. All right. I take 12 units. I wouldn't recommend going over any of that. All right. I don't care. I don't even care if you have a job. All right. If you're taking more than 12 units, the odds are this video is probably irrelevant to you, because you probably don't have time. All right, the amount of units equals to the amount of hours that class is per week. So if I'm taking 12 units, I have one class that's with 5 units. It meets for about an hour and 25 minutes or so, or an hour and 15 minutes every day, or Monday through Thursday. I have another class that's like 3 units. My political science class. Then I have that science course, which is another 3 units, but that lab is also another unit, so that equals 12. But yeah, it's all about time management, and it's all about making sure you don't stress yourself out. Like, I'm fine. I'm moving at a good rate in terms of me doing classes. I'm trying to take a consistent 12 units. That's a good rate to go at. And still, I have time to do what I want, and my work schedule is flexible. My best friend doesn't have a job, so he's like, can do whatever he wants as long as he finishes his homework and doesn't have anything else as far as school goes. But yeah, it's just time management, man. Once you master time management, then you can really, start to focus and make progress on what you want to do. But it's all about trying to find a schedule that that you like, and that allows you to be, that allows you to be happy and stuff. So that's it, guys. I hope this video was somewhat informative. I hope that shedded some light on some questions that you may have. I hope I answered whatever your YouTube screen name is. I hope I answered your question well. And for those of you guys who aren't in college but are going to college, I hope this is informative and hopefully gives you an insight of what the experience is going to be. Like I said, it's going to be different for everyone, and the experience is different for everyone. College is not a sociable thing for me. I don't look at it as a sociable thing. A lot of people just look at it as a sociable thing. Like my stepbrother, it's a social thing for him. All right, he's taking 5 units. I kid you not, he's taking 5 units. That's like 2 classes at night. But it's a social thing for him. He doesn't really know what he wants to do, but he just wants to hang out with his friends. And it's kind of funny because his friends have all-day classes, but he took night, so now he's not really hanging out with anyone. So it's a social thing for some people. For me, it's more of I have a purpose to be here, and I'm gonna do what I need to do in order to get that, in order to to study and get my degree and whatever it is I want to do. So it's if you look at it from that standpoint, if it's a social thing for you, odds are you're not gonna make it that far. And there's nothing more annoying than seeing kids in college who will not even try. In my speech class, I kid you not, in my speech class, there's this guy who came in. He's all like this in class the whole time. He talked back to the professor. All right, he talked back to the professor, and just walked out the class with that. And it's so, for high school, it's like you have to be there, but for college, you don't have to be there. Don't give me that bullshit where my parents forced me to go. No, your parents can't force you to go. It's just the fact that maybe they're telling you, hey, you can't live here unless you go to college. It's just part of that. If you're mature enough, you will have the self-responsibility to want to be there. Like, I want to be there, all right? If you don't want to be there, don't go. It's simple as that. You're not being forced to go. There's no one who can say you're gonna go. You're being forced to go. You're an adult. You can make decisions for yourself at this point in stage, especially decisions like your education. So that's it. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling on. Thanks, guys, for watching, and hopefully this video was informative somewhat to hopefully most of you. All right, bye, guys.